Hello, this free information is given out by ANOW Technologies for and basically enlightening the community around you. If you have stronger users, you have a stronger internet, and ANOW Technologies wants to be there in all aspects of your small business, medium business, or even large business, or even your personal life in IT. I'm going to be making post on my Facebook account in regards to simple lessons and IT, and this is my very first one. This is basically a test as I'm getting my Facebook account set up, my website, my payment processing plans, and everything. I'll be giving these little short intros and educational videos for people that are just wanting to know what goes on in IT. I have a thorough background in IT. I've worked everything from information to simple refreshing of PCs that happens at your business every once in a while. The computer guy shows up, gives you a new PC, and tells you not to break anything. I've done anything from that to working on technologies that the government discredits even been existing. I've done a lot with my life, and I'm wanting my business that I'm getting in the presently to start up. I'm getting it to where I'm wanting to educate those around, because as my first educational video is going to show you, the weakest system in networking, in computer systems, in technology generally is what's known as PEBCAP. That's what they used to say in IT, which is problem exists between keyboard and chair, PEBCAP. And the reason why is when most hacking goes on, when most information is leaked, when most systems are compromised, it has nothing to do with the box sitting on your table or the internet or the router or your Wi-Fi. Usually it's a human being. It's the weakest link. It's called social engineering. And while a lot of companies are always designing the better and better security systems, that weak link is always there. And I believe that I'm doing a community service, which I believe more IT people should do, and educating the general populace on some very good ideas for security. I bet you, if not half, at least a third of you right now that are watching this video have your password written down around your computer. Very first thing I would set, if I was trying to break into your computer, or if I was trying to get your credit card information or find out the login for your bank account, the very first thing I would do is pick up your keyboard and look underneath. And you can admit to yourself that it's there, or you can deny it. If you don't do this, I'm proud of you. You're a testament to the community. But those of you that have that password written down, under username and password written down underneath your keyboard, or in the drawer underneath the keyboard, or on the monitor, that is the easiest and most unsecure system in the world, as a user that writes down their passwords. And to give you a little help, how do you secure that? Because I'll be honest, I don't remember all of my passwords. I don't. There's so many systems that you have to log in, and one system will let you use numbers, another system wants a special character, another system wants a fingerprint. If you're in healthcare especially, or if you're working for the government, you got to carry around multiple forms of ID to get into a computer system. So the question is what do you do about it? Well, I'm going to give you an example. You may have heard of the infamous and widely hated secret questions. What school did you go to in high school? What was the name of your pet? What street did you grow up on? Believe it or not, those questions do add a level of security. But once again, it is the easily compromised part, because it's social engineer can figure that out. Now you're watching my ad on Facebook right now. I'm actually paying for this advertisement to go out, to get my name out there, to let you know that I'm going into business for myself, and that I plan to start up here pretty soon. I'm the good side about 3 months. But the question is about those security questions. Well, if you get into the habit of writing down your security questions, once again, you've compromised or add a weak link into the networking. So what do you do about that? And this is the tip I'm going to give all of you. When it asks, what is your favorite pet? you, on your piece of paper, which if you do it correctly, you can write down anything you want. You encrypt it, or you make it that you only stand. So when it says, what is your favorite, who is your favorite pet? Write down that question, and then next to it, write down another question that you know, and be truthful about that. So when it says, what was the name of your first pet? Your encrypted password page, as you will, would say, what is your favorite color? And doing that adds so much security to your system, so much to your pertinent information, your information you don't want other people to have. You wouldn't believe it. Because when they go in to get that information where you're sitting, and they know that one of your challenge questions is what was the name of your first pet, and they're met with another question, they get frustrated. And when they get frustrated, it becomes too hard, and they'll social engineer either another company or another individual. So in recap, when you're doing your security questions, even if it's asking for a password, you could write down, let's just say for you bank at XYZ. And when you want to write down your XYZ password, you would set your bank for your XYZ, you'd put XYZ and then ask yourself a question. And then that question would be your password. And you can keep the sheet, you can lay the sheet on your desk. That way, if someone were to eavesdrop or look over your shoulder, or shoulder surf as it's known, they're only going to be met with questions. And you can't get into a system with questions, you've got to have the answer. So when you put your password down for XYZ Bank, you put in, what is the password I use for my email? What is the password that I use to get onto Facebook? What is the password of our Wi-Fi? You can ask questions that they have to go in deeper to get. And the more frustrating and the more complicated it is to get those passwords, the more secure that they are. And the same goes for your security questions. If you have the XYZ Bank, one of your security questions is what's the name of your first pet? You write down right next to it, what was my ex-girlfriend from high school name, or what is my wife's, if you can remember it, I hope you can, what is my significant other's birthday? And hopefully you'll remember that, but I know I don't always. But the thing is the more complicated you make the social engineering, the better you make the system. And just to let you know, I will be doing what I call a PSA through Facebook on internet security. I'm sorry this was drawn out. This is my first video of many to come, as I want to be your IT individual. I want my company, ANOW Technologies, to provide information technology services to you and to your businesses. And I believe that IT just doesn't stop with fixing the problem or band-aiding the problem or getting the problem to go away. I believe that IT is to service IT is actually to be part of the community. Police officers, they do stuff on off-duty. Firemen do things on off-duty. Cops, I know, nurses, they do things that are when they're off-duty. And the thing is the way information technology is, I was graced with experience and education that others don't have. And I believe that I'm entitled to share that information. So if you really want to get a hold of me, if you want to set a time, I do lesson plans. If you want me to give a real in-depth security class to some of your coworkers or to some of your employees, I'm more than willing to do that. I have reasonable rates. If you want to make it a day where it's just a training day to better secure your systems, you can reach out to me. All you have to do is go on to my Facebook account, just search ANOW Tech. And while you're there, there's a place where you can schedule a time to speak to me. I'm going to try to stay where I communicate, but you can actually book time with me on that. It's a little button. You click on the button and you say, hey, I'd like to talk to you around 1 p.m. as I'm moving around a lot, especially with my business and some other this business I'm starting up, and this I've got some other irons in the fire, if you will. But this is ANOW Technologies PSA. I'm wanting to do this on a weekly basis where you just get a little bit of a free information, maybe tantalize you and like, hey, what more is there to information security, or what more is there to, the proper PC build? So I want to thank you for your time. It was nice talking to you. This is actually me piloting my business starting up. And God bless. Thank you for your time, and I hope that this information was informative for you, and I hope that you really learned something and just see where most of the cyber attacks come from. I will be posting up a follow-up video tonight in regards to what my favorite hack of all time is, and it's not hacking Chase Bank. It wasn't hacking U.S. Bank or any banking system or Target or anything. It's my favorite hack, and I actually it wasn't on the news that much or anything, but it's one of my favorite hacks because it uses that weak link. So if you're interested, come visit my page, and I'll tell you about what I thought was the most interesting hack. Let's just say we don't hear about this individual anymore. Her 15 minutes of fame are up, but I'll throw it out there. It was actually Paris Hilton. And I'd like to talk, if you're interested in this sort of thing, I'd like you to come visit my page and watch the video on the Paris Hilton hack. Once again, my name is Jesse Chartrand. I am the owner and operator of ANOW Technologies, and you have a good night.